This is chili. 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 This is chili. Chili. Chili, chili. This is chili. Chili.
My talented bride is back in the kitchen, and yes, you guessed it, she's making some chili. We're going to show you exactly how she makes this beautiful bowl of chili that I absolutely love. And after watching the video, be sure to check out the video description below where you can copy the ingredients easily from there. And to get things started, we're going to get 1.5 pounds of ground beef, and we're going to brown this on the stovetop at medium-high temperature. And while the meat is cooking on the stovetop, we're going to get started with preparing our onions. We're going to grab 4 yellow onions, and we're going to dice these up. We are aiming to get 4 cups of diced onions, and this is generally about 4 full onions. So here we're starting off with the first 2 onions, and we're going to chop these up into some small pieces. And instead of dicing them manually, we're using the chop wizard here to quickly do the job for us. Now that we're halfway through the onions, let's take a quick look at the stovetop and check on that beef and give it a little bit of a stir. And let's get back to the island here and finish up on those last 2 onions. And we do link to the chop wizard in the description below if you're interested in taking a look at this. Now it's looking like our ground beef is ready to go, so we're going to turn that burner off and just keep it warm on the stovetop until we're ready to add everything else. Now we've grabbed a small bowl here and we're going to make our chili seasoning, starting off with 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. After that, we're going with 1 tablespoon of the cumin, which we just ran out of. We're going to hope we have another bottle stored away. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of paprika as we're looking for that other bottle of cumin. And we do have another one, so we're going to finish up that 1 tablespoon of the cumin. There we go. Now we got it. We're going to follow that up with 2 teaspoons of salt. And after that, we're going with 4 tablespoons of chili powder. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's give that a nice little stir. Then we'll bring that over to the stovetop and we'll turn that burner back on low. As we continue to keep that ground beef warm on the stovetop, we're mixing in the seasoning, and we'll raise that temperature back up once we add the celery. And once we got that seasoning mixed in there, we're going to add in our 4 cups of diced onions, and then we'll stir this in there as well. And as a reminder, we're still on low for the burner, as we're just keeping things warm until we're ready to bring that temperature up later. And now we need to prepare 2 cups of chopped celery. So you can see Julie's chopping off the ends of each of these stalks, cut them in half, and then use the chop wizard again to give us our 2 cups of chopped celery. And once we get those 2 cups, we're going to bring that over to the stovetop. We're going to mix that into our ground beef, and we're going to turn that burner up to medium. That will sit on medium for 12 minutes, and that will soften up those veggies very nicely. And speaking of veggies, we do need to get this green pepper in there, so we're going to dice this one up really quick, being sure to remove all the internal seeds and that white placenta. And the green pepper has one more stop, and that's the chop wizard before it goes into our pot, which is still on our stovetop here on medium temperature, softening up these veggies for the remaining 10 minutes. And you do want to make sure you keep this stirring so everything is softening evenly. Now we're going to add in 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. Looks like we barely made it on that jar as well. But we're going to stir in this nearly 2 teaspoons of minced garlic right here. In our household, we are big fans of garlic. So being a little bit short on garlic is a big taboo. And again, you certainly want to keep this stirring on a regular basis to keep that softening even. 6 minutes to go. And while we got some time on our hands, we're going to move over to the island and prepare some of the other ingredients. And as you can see there, Julie likes to wipe down those cans with a nice disinfectant wipe just to make sure those lids are nice and clean as she opens these up. But she also likes to avoid those lids falling in by just leaving that small little piece there so she can just fold it up without it falling in. Now Julie said I didn't really need to show you that, but I thought it was a fun little tip. Julie did open up 2 16-ounce cans of kidney beans, and then she strained those and rinsed them off in the sink, and then she can add those into the pot here soon. But first, we're going to start off with a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. Now at this point, all the veggies are really done softening, so you can keep your temperature on a low to a medium low like you see here. You just want to regulate this so it doesn't go above a simmer. Next, into the Dutch oven here is a 10-ounce can of tomato soup. Now you don't have to use a Dutch oven, certainly you can use any other pot, but Julie does prefer the Dutch oven because it has a lot more consistent temperature. Next added here is our 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes, and that gets followed up with our freshly strained and rinsed off 32 ounces of kidney beans. And let's give that all a good mix right here before we add in the red wine. And again, at this point, you want to keep that temperature nice and low, just so it's warming, and just add a gentle simmer. And here is where we're going to add in a half a cup of red wine. You can also use a half a cup of beer, or a half a cup of any other drink that you prefer. This is a great way to make the chili to your own taste. And once we've got that fully mixed in, we're going to place the cover onto the pot, and we're going to set our timer here for 1 hour, and we're going to let this simmer on a low temperature for that full 1 hour. And we'll take a quick peek under that lid just so you can see what the simmering looks like. You don't want it to be any hotter than that. And after that 1 hour of patience, well, now we're ready to serve. And we like to serve it up with sour cream, some shredded cheese on top, some diced red onions, and a couple of crackers.
Chili, chili.
And here's another video from our channel that you can watch by clicking right up there. And be sure to click that like and subscribe button, and click that bell for notifications so you can see more videos just like this. And from our family to yours, God bless.
Chili, chili, chili. This is chili. Come on, make it.